Have you ever done everything right with money, followed the advice, worked hard, saved consistently, and still felt like you were falling behind? I've seen that feeling up close more times than I can count. My name is Grant. For over a decade, I worked as a financial advisor, first with everyday families just trying to build something, then with high net worth clients managing serious capital, and eventually with ultra wealthy individuals whose portfolios most people will never see in their lifetime. And here's what nobody tells you about spending years inside that world. The numbers change, but the psychology never does. I sat across from people with $50,000 saved and people with $50 million invested. And the same patterns showed up every single time. The same emotional mistakes, the same blind spots, the same gaps between what people knew intellectually and what they actually did with their money when it mattered. Lifestyle inflation that quietly consumed every raise. Present bias that made the future feel abstract until it wasn't. Financial decisions made from identity and ego rather than logic. Wealth built not through intelligence or luck, but through a specific set of behaviors that almost nobody talks about openly. The more I saw, the more frustrated I became. Because the information that actually changes financial outcomes, the psychology, the real mechanics, the strategies the wealthiest people actually use, almost none of it was making it into the content ordinary people were consuming. What was making it out there was jargon, or oversimplification, or get-rich-quick promises designed to sell something. So I started Quiet Rich, not to give you tips, not to sell you a course, but to pull back the curtain on how wealth actually works, the psychology behind it, the mistakes that quietly cost ordinary people hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime, and the strategies that genuinely move the needle for anyone willing to understand them. I'm using this AI format because I want the focus to stay entirely on the ideas, not on me. The information is what matters. And I'm going to make sure you have access to the same thinking I spent over a decade watching the wealthiest people in the world actually use. Your financial life is shaped by decisions you are making right now. Most of those decisions are being driven by psychological forces you have never been taught to recognize. That is exactly what we are here to change. I spent over a decade inside the financial advisory world watching people at every level of wealth make the same preventable mistakes. I've seen what separates the people who build lasting wealth from the people who earn well their entire lives and have very little to show for it. And I can tell you with complete confidence, it almost never comes down to income. It comes down to understanding. That understanding is what I'm here to share with you. Every video on this channel is built from real patterns I observed across years of working with real people and real money. Not theory, not textbook concepts, the actual psychological forces that drive financial outcomes, and the specific shifts in thinking that change them. If you're someone who wants to understand how money actually works, not the oversimplified version, not the jargon-filled version, but the real version, then this channel was built for you. Subscribe and join the Quiet Rich community. Every Tuesday and Friday, I will be here with a new breakdown. And I genuinely believe that the people who find this channel and stick with it will look back on that decision as one of the best financial choices they ever made. Not because of me, because of what you're going to learn and what you're going to do with it. Welcome to Quiet Rich. I'll see you in the next video.